Hello, hello. I'm the official name reader. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Snover and Abamasnow. And you want to see something funny? Right here it jumps from 459 to 479. We're seriously almost done with Sinnoh already. Can you believe it? Garchomp and Spiritomb were the halfway point, and that doesn't even feel like that was that long ago. Like, that was what, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago? I'm not sure which is actually worse, the nicknames he comes up with or the descriptions he writes to try and sell you on why it's a good name. Abamasnow's icy traits, like, it's ice typing. Wow, what great fucking writing. Anyway, they're all kind of crap. Snowfoot stupid, Big Freeze is stupid, Frost Giant stupid, Snowman, it's not technically a snowman. The closest thing we have to a snowman is a Galarian Darmanitan, and I don't personally like Darmanitan, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. But I've always wanted a proper snowman Pokemon because I feel like there's some cool snowman based nicknames you could use. Frosty being probably an obvious choice, but let's be honest, Frosty's kind of a boring ass name, but it's also one that you're going to expect to see a lot. Chili Billy, I'm trying to remember because I think of the dragons from Banjo Tooie. There's Chili Billy, as in Chili Pepper, and I don't remember what the ice dragon was called. I don't remember if his name was also Chili Billy, but spelled that way, or not. And then there's also Chili Willy, who's the penguin. I kind of just started thinking about the idea of naming Reshiram Chili Billy, and then Kyurem is the other Chili Billy. And then when you fuse them together, you can mix the spellings between the two. The problem is they don't resemble the Banjo-Tooie dragons in the slightest, but that's what my mind jumps to. Snowstorm and Hailstorm are also fucking dumb. And the other thing he says is, it's a bit on the simple side, as if that's not 99% of his nicknames. What nickname does he consider to be complex or well thought out, is what I would like to know. Abamasnow is basically what I came to expect. It's a very, very predictable, boring name, but you know what? Guilty. That's what I used too, because it was literally the first thing I thought of, because it's literally pronounced basically the same fucking way. I might subconsciously be saying Abamasnow instead of Abamasnow. Like, they're the same sound practically. They're very, very similar, and they basically set themselves up for this joke while releasing it around the same time as President Obama being a thing. Gen 4 come out in 2005? My mind always thinks 2008. Maybe I'm wrong. Point is, Obama was a very prevalent figure. This is going to be the thing you're going to see a bunch of times. It's stupid, but guilty. I'm actually kind of surprised it's taken this long to see Fuji. And you know what? Maybe it hasn't been this long. I don't know. Because I think of other things when it comes to mountains, and usually it's, volcanoes like St. Helen, Krakatoa, Kilimanjaro. I don't think we've seen Fuji. Location-based nicknames are fine. I'm just fucking tired of the same boring volcanoes over and over again, but Fuji doesn't annoy me. Hey, look, this is basically what the spreadsheet says too. I actually forgot Mitt Romney was a person, if I'm honest. Talking about Sub-Zero purely just because we've seen this multiple times in the past before. I think most people are going to think of Mortal Kombat. I think that's fair. It's a good name. Mortal Kombat's cool. I don't think it fits Abamasnow, but at the same time, I don't think there's any single Pokemon at this point that could possibly rival how cool Sub-Zero is. So, at this point, it's a case of either put it to someone that doesn't fit or wait for the day that never comes. We're going to talk about Yeti just because I've seen it probably 10 times already, and I'm not going to say that it doesn't count because, I understand it's what it's based off. That's fine. I just don't think of it as a Yeti. I just think of it as a tree, and that's literally where it ends. I think if they wanted to do an abominable snowman, which I know it's what they're doing here, I think they should have taken a different direction than a tree. And because I know my comments, Yeto from Twilight Princess will probably be suggested. I'm unsure how I feel about that. I get it for the reference, but I don't know. It's kind of a boring name. You're just changing one letter and calling it a day. But nobody else has done it, so you're guaranteed people from Twilight Princess are going to know it. Highlighting Snowbama just for being different of Abamasnow. I'd probably like that a little bit more too. Killer Frost I like. I believe we've seen that before, or at least just Frost before, and I said I prefer Killer Frost. that's the case of like sometimes a name kind of works better in one environment than the other. And I think, Frost, Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat. But Killer Frost is a much better name that doesn't get lost in confusion with anything. So I like that one more. Evergreen, that I remember seeing in, just generic grass type nicknames. And I feel like, a Pokemon that's a tree is probably going to fit it. And because it's an ice type, and I believe Christmas trees are evergreen, it's probably going to fit Abamasnow the best. You don't have to use it, but I do think that of all of them, this one's probably the best choice. Hey, look, I called it. Technically, I didn't because it wasn't in the comments, but I knew it was going to be brought up. Also, when I was thinking about Fuji, I thought about the scene, because to me this is it's burned in my brain and it shouldn't be. The part in Monsters Inc. where they get thrown through the door and they're in this icy place, and then they meet the Abominable Snowman. He says, "Welcome to the Himalayas." Himalayas is basically another mountain I expect to see. Everest makes sense too. They fall in the same wavelength of Fuji, where it's like, I don't mind them, but I also don't find them all that interesting. Fuji is the one I like best. I don't know why. So that's the bottom. We did find a fair bit, more than I was expecting, honestly. Pleasantly surprised, but I don't really think the stuff that we stumbled across was all that special and or good. The main thematic were between one of two options, Abamasnow or Yeti. Both of them are very, very uncreative, but those are the two most popular things that you're going to see. Comment suggestions, quite a few from Chaotic. I remember asking in a previous episode something about Spearmint, what it could fit best. I don't remember what Pokemon it was, but I remember him saying Abamasnow at the time, and he remembered that too. He wrote it down. Here it goes. Peppermint also, I guess, following that same theme. Iceberg, I get the idea, but by itself, Iceberg, I feel like it's gonna get probably lost in translation. Tundra, I'm fine with as a generic ice-type nickname. Also is the code name for the younger Sub-Zero brother, if I'm not mistaken. Blizzetta, I'm 100% okay with. We see this fairly often, and I feel like this one's open-ended enough to where you could probably throw into whatever ice-type period. And then December, let's not forget that the world isn't just the northern hemisphere. It is hot in the southern part of the world in December. So for that, you're probably better off just calling it winter instead. And then this one, I remember the Rudolph movie existing. If you asked me to summarize anything from it, I couldn't tell you other than the fact that I honestly didn't like it as a kid, and I thought it was a little bit creepy with the claymation style. But shoutouts for remembering the name of something, I guess. I don't know how well it'll work because Bumblebee, but it's just worth highlighting for the sake of it, and that's it. But that's that. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones that you think are good. We're almost done with Sinnoh, actually. But before we jump into the legendaries, we do have a few little spin-off Pokemon that need to be covered as well, such as Glaceon, Leafeon, Gallade, and Frostlass.